when your child wants to get a coconut out of the tree, Daddy gets a coconut out of the tree.
We decided to go to Palm Beach to visit some friends of ours, and it was pretty cool. They actually let us just park right in their driveway, which was actually quite a feat because we got there towards the evening and it was really hard to get in between their concrete gates.
Right.
Wish we had a video of that. We didn't. It was too dark. But nonetheless, it was great that they offered their space up and we were able to park in their driveway and plug into their house and just hang out there while we explored Palm Beach a little bit.
They had a ton of coconuts. They had several trees that produced so many coconuts.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen a coconut tree, but these things were tall and there were a lot of coconuts falling out of those trees. She actually would fill up trash cans, she said, each week full of coconuts because she had so many. That was fascinating.
Yes, so Eli really wanted a coconut, and he was not patient enough to wait for them to fall. So Ben decides to climb up a ladder and swing a pole and knock one down.
I got it down.
You got it down.
He needed a coconut. He was very interested in getting a coconut, so I thought, you know, it's my duty to bring this boy a coconut. Don't try that at home, though.
Don't do it.
It's a bit of a dangerous feat to get a coconut with a plastic PVC pipe on the top of a ladder. Don't try that. Anyway, that was fun. Hanging out with them was great. And while in Palm Beach, we decided to visit Lion Country Safari, which is kind of a drive-through zoo. At least one part of it's a drive-through zoo, and the other part is a water park and then kind of a petting zoo. A lot of cool little things they had there. Tell us what we're doing today.
I'm going to Lion Country Safari.
Oh yeah? Where's that at?
I don't really know.
Lockhatchee, Florida?
Yep.
What's in your mouth?
Cough drop.
Oh, okay. What are you looking forward to today?
Maybe the Splash Park.
Tell us all that you know that they have there.
Splash Park, they have ice cream. A bunch of animals. I hope I don't get eaten by a tiger. Well, I mean a lion if there's any.
Good question.
I think that was all.
Okay. Guess we'll see what we'll see.
Look at his neck beard.
No, I'm kind of done.
It just sways when he's walking.
It was neat at one point on the drive, and we got a video of that. The lions started roaring once we passed, and it was like they were just talking back and forth. We didn't see the lions very well. They were kind of hidden, just relaxing outside of view, but when they started roaring, man, it was such a crazy sound. I thought, I'm so glad I'm in this vehicle, because I sure wouldn't want to hear that in the middle of the night walking along.
No.
Especially as they were passing it back and forth. That was a cool sound to hear. That was a lot of fun.
Do you hear it?
Shame we passed those two. Now they're all growling.
I know. Do you think it's those, or do you think there's more back here?
Maybe more in like a fence back there. Wow, those drums too.
I feel like I'm in Africa. Seeing all these zebras.
True.
And I see more zebras. Up there.
I think we'll probably see more zebras.
Good job. Very good. Okay, Eli. Good job. Is there a mosquito on there? Woohoo! Awesome. What do you think about these massive rhinos, Lacey?
Hold on. Yeah, they're massive. Southern
massive?
white rhinos.
Okay, they're southern.
Southern white rhinos.
Okay. Okay. Oh, look at the bird.
I'm kind of ready to go have fun.
Is that right? No, this isn't your cup of tea, huh?
You just want the water slide. Yeah.
First time I didn't notice how steep it was.
Oh yeah?
I felt like I was falling off a cliff.
Oh my goodness.
Good job, buddy.
Alright, what are we about to do?
We're going to do a slide.
Okay. Who do you think's gonna win?
Me!
What?
Yeah.
Go. Okay, ready, set, go.
But while we were there, we did have a tornado warning come through, so they started shutting down parts of the park, getting animals and putting them up. The weather kind of turned bad real quick, and we were afraid we wouldn't get to go and feed the giraffes. That was kind of a big deal on the list. Somehow we had gotten a little certificate to feed the giraffes, so we were afraid that wouldn't happen. We went over and checked, and they said, "I'm sorry, right now we're shutting it down, but if the tornado doesn't come and take us all the way, then we will let you feed the giraffes." So fortunately we did get to actually feed the giraffes, and that was really cool.
That was a highlight for sure. That was
Crazy
awesome.
enough they eat what we eat. Who would have thought?
No way, romaine lettuce. Hey.
A purple tongue? Look at, guess what he's eating? Same thing you eat.
Guys, let's do turn around real quick.
This video is about family camping with the Furking family, and all going with our fifth wheels over to some cool park
Camping.
camping.
We're not off at those.
and not losing our kids in the process. What up, what with that? We also learned Lily's special phrase of,
You know what I'm saying?
know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying? That's what it was.
We had a great time camping with my family. We went to, that was a good one. We had a great time camping with my family. That's good. It's not
Family.
super fun.
My family.
Okay, be quiet. Here we go.
Know what I'm saying?
We had a great time camping with my family. We went to Gold Head Branch State Park in North Florida, and it was a really good time.
Yeah, it was good. We got together with Michelle's family. So her mom and dad, they did not have a camper. So they hopped around in our camper, and then her brother had a camper, and her sister had a camper. So we had 3 campers, and we all got to hang out there at the Gold Head Branch State Park. I don't remember the names of any of these places. I don't actually remember what I did yesterday or where I went yesterday. Michelle
I got
happens
it.
to be the memory in the
Right
family.
here.
I'm the good looks. Well, at least we know now you're not faking it. We got Julie on camera. We had a great time, and it's of course very important to spend time with your family. We brought our bikes. Everybody had bikes, and that was a fun activity that we all got to do.
They don't have very good brakes.
I wouldn't want to step on a dime.
A stick?
I walk this road, it takes me home where skies are blue.
Yeah, it was great. The kids just loved riding their bikes around, and they were riding around in the woods behind our campsites. That's something that's really cool about state parks, is that you're in the woods for the most part, and so there was lots of trees that the kids were trying not to run into. I think that they did not miss all of them. I'm pretty sure Eli ran into a tree, but
Yeah, I
it was
remember.
fun. A cool thing that Ben did for the kids was zip tie flashlights to their handlebars so the kids could ride their bikes at night.
One on the top, please, and one on the bottom. And I may have some chocolate.
On your s'more?
One on the top, and on the bottom. My s'more.
Okay, you want a s'more with the chocolate on top and bottom? Oh my, you're crazy.
Like inside of it.
And they had a lot of fun with that, and it gave them something to do so we could sit by the fire with the family.
Yeah, we did get an opportunity at that point to it. Although, yeah, I'm a nervous person when kids are going around in the middle of the night and running
Wow.
through the woods with their bikes. But I felt better with them having flashlights because it was pitch dark out there. They did have a great time with that though. They thought it was the coolest thing ever, and I was able to put those $1.99 flashlights to use, which was great because I don't think I got any of them back. We went hiking. We went for a walk in the woods with the whole family, and let me tell you, if you're starting adventures like this, you're gonna find there's some annoying factors of going in the woods or going camping. It's not always glamorous. You have to make it fun. Kids are gonna complain. They don't like being hot. Some kids don't like dirt. You know, they don't naturally want to have fun in these areas until you make it fun. Yeah.
Dad, right behind you.
No way. Thanks for the warning.
Oh, Lacey. Oh, look at Eli, look. I do my son.
And this is Sugar Sands.
That is awesome.
Whoa, Eli, you're so hot.
Let's see what it is.
So as we were walking through, we had to come up with ways that they could enjoy it. And my kids wanted to run ahead.
They love to run ahead. Like, they like to run as far as they can. And we usually tell them, you just got to make sure you can still see us, but it doesn't always work out.
No, and as I'm a very aware person. I'm consciously aware of where the kids are at all times, and if I had this inner clock of probably like 3.5, 4 minutes, and if I haven't seen them in that amount of time, I need to know where they're at, and it's very important for me. So I wouldn't say a nervous person, but I'm very aware of where our kids are, and I'm not interested in them getting hurt or lost, and then me looking back later and saying, well, guess I should have been aware of where my kids were. And I was thinking, how can I do this without constantly correcting them and telling them stop and don't go too far, because that of course makes it for a tough day for me too. I came up with this plan that they could run ahead, and then when they heard this special sound that I would do, they would have to do the same sound back and they'd have to stop. And then when we met up with them again, I would say, okay, now you guys can go. And they would run ahead again until I made the noise. And that turned into a super fun experience.
Oh, they loved it. They really had fun with that.
At first, though, Lily, I told Lacey and Lily they could run ahead, but they had to do the sound. So I said, let's test. So my sound was, woo, woo, just like that. And you have to kind of move your shoulders and do it. Woo. And Lacey wanted nothing to do with it. She was not happy about it. I said, okay, do the sound. And she was like, no. I'm like, well, if you want to run ahead, you got to do the sound. So Lily said, oh, okay. And she just belted out that sound and was like, can I go ahead? And I said, yep, go for it. So then, of course, Lacey jumped right in after she noticed that Lily did it and wasn't too embarrassed. Fine.
This way.
Hang on, turn around, look at me, look at the camera. Tell us, what are we going to find?
Treasure, and we're gonna have to see the eggs first.
An X, or find an X, and then what are we going to do?
Dig and then find the treasure and then get the treasure.
Perfect, lead the way. At some point they kind of got bored and they got hot, and they were playing in the creek a little bit, but we didn't want to stay in one spot. So it seemed like each time they found something fun, we were kind of stealing their joy a little bit. So I made up this idea of, hey, let's look for treasure as we go along. And that worked for a little while until the end when they wanted to start digging for treasure. So it went from a very leisurely, relaxed hike to now we are in a stop and we have to dig for treasure right here. Just a small one. Hold on, I'll look for one. First, tell us what we're digging for here, Lacey.
Treasure.
Look up here so I can see you.
Treasure.
What kind of treasure do you think you'll find?
Gold.
Oh man, that's awesome. What would you do with gold?
Myself a Xbox. I'll buy an Xbox.
Okay, you'll buy an Xbox with your gold. Lily, what would you do with your gold?
I will buy some pirate sword.
Oh, great idea. Okay, so y'all can play Xbox and then do sword fights. Let's find some gold.
We found this great creek that had plenty of room for us to walk down to the creek and play in it. So sent the kids down there. They took off their shoes. They were playing around, and we saw a snake. Now, I do not do snakes. I don't do snakes. I don't like snakes. This one was really small. It was probably only about this long. And it was, I don't even know what kind of snake it was. I don't know if we ever figured it out. But it kind of went upstream and went over onto the bank. And we thought it disappeared. So we're good to go. Well, the kids are playing in the creek a little bit longer. And Noah sticks his head in to cool off, get his hair wet.
I think you just put your face in.
And he picks up his head, and underneath where his head was is that snake.
Snake feet.
And all of us girls screamed so loud. And I don't think Noah was really all that fazed by it.
I don't think he knew it, but once he realized it, I think he was getting the heck out of
that
Dodge
was
pretty
crazy.
Quick.
Come on, guys. Let's do a party. Guys, party. I said let's do a party.
One thing that I was reminded about on that trip is the sacrifice of hanging out with family, and especially with younger kids. You know, I am a conversation person. I enjoy sitting around a fire and talking about the future and the past, and you know, and politics and religion and health and all these different topics. I love sitting down for hours and talking. That's not what happens when you have a really big group of small kids. They want to do something other than talk. So the important factor when you're trying to create memories for the kids is to get your mindset straight. You know, you're going into it thinking that you're going to just focus on your enjoyment and do what you like to do. It's not going to happen. But if you take a moment to figure out what the kids would enjoy and just spending time with them, even though it may be annoying at times, you'll get used to it, and it makes a big difference in their life. It's memories. It creates memories that they'll never forget. It's a video. Tell us what you're doing.
Oh, we're having a picnic and we're eating.
What are you eating? Snacks?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds crunchy. And what is this, what is all this stuff here?
This is a tea party I have.
No way. That is so cool.
This trip was really special because my sister Amy was pregnant with her first baby, and this was her last vacation before the baby was born, and we got all my family together, and it was just so awesome. We had so much fun.
Might have been the last weekend that she ever slept in. Making it?
I'm making it.
You drinking some water and stuff?
Got it.
All right. Not popping on us, are you? Okay.
Until I'm popping.
Okay, good.
Not from today.
This is good. No, it was great. You know, it was a good reminder. Getting the family together, getting kids together, it's a lot of work. But in the end, it creates a memory that they'll never forget, and something that they'll look back on and say, this is what I want to do with my family, and they're going to look forward to doing it again soon. Car brush, and then you can wash the front of this RV while I'm dumping our crap. I think that'd be good. Think about that.
Then who's gonna hold the video camera?
It'll be me. I'm holding our stuff. Favorite part.
Oh, she's so cute.
Who are you holding there?
Kylie.
Kylie, no
Look
way.
how cute she is.
Can you get Eli, Dada?
He'll come in.
You want him to see you holding her?
I want him to see her.
This is what you hope not to see when you're clearing out the sewer.